Do you guys get that these videos are for me? They're to me. Like, the messages are to me. I'm not perfect. A lot of times I think you start talking about personal development. One of the biggest, like, conflicts in all of this whole fucking world is people are like, oh, so you just think like you have everything figured out? No, motherfucker. Excuses. Used to make them. Used to be fucking full of them. Still have some fucking left. That's why the video is true. That's why it fucking comes from a true place. You get that shit? The videos are to me. They're for you, but they're to me as well. A video on procrastinating. What does this sound like in my story? Like I spent a whole lot of fucking time doing. I spent 10 years. Avoidant behavior. Avoid, 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 avoid. I did that shit. I still do. I still procrastinate. I still have fear. There's a bunch of shit I want to accomplish that fucking hasn't happened yet. That I gotta fucking keep plowing on. Does that make sense? I'm not above the message. The message is fucking to me, for you. That's how these things work, by the way. That's how any good message works. If this shit wasn't real to me, do you think that it would be real to you? Do you think it would sound like this? Like it would sound like it was coming from a place of truth? Without the experience behind it, I wouldn't fucking even know that these are common problems. I'm just reverse engineering off my own fucked up trials. That's it. It's no more complicated than that. I don't know any more than you. I'm not smarter than you are. I just curate information that is out in the world already, that's been said in amazing ways. And then I'm trying to implement it into my own life. Then I can be an example and a beacon of like what actually can happen when you do these things. Because a lot of you motherfuckers need proof. You just do. You don't have faith. That's why there are people that preach about certain things as well. Because they have an undying amount of faith. And there's a whole lot of people in the world that just don't, and just don't get it and don't see it. And they're just trying to spread that amount of information and joy to you because they just want you to feel it as well. There's no part of me that's pontificating and going, I know everything and I got it all figured out. Forget, remember, forget, remember, forget, remember. Some of these things are reminders to me. I went back through and I watched some videos the other day and I was like, damn, I haven't been doing that at all. That's the whole thing. This is an endless process. Listen to my favorite fucking quote, straight, not straightened. Marcus Aurelius said it best, straight, not straightened. I'm never going to be figured out. I have to keep using these wisdoms on a daily fucking basis. That's the other reason I'm spitting them on a fucking daily basis as well. Then I can keep myself dialed into this zone and this view of, hey man, don't get off track. Keep working, keep moving, autocorrect faster. Straight, not straightened. I'm not straightened. This video, any of this shit, it hasn't came from a place of like, oh man, if anyone could just do all the cool shit I do. No, dude. I'm a work in progress. I just know that all of you want to get started and that the hardest part is just fucking making the decision because you want to talk yourself out of it when your fucking ego is weak. So you need a little bit of force. You need a little bit of shit talk sometimes even. And you definitely need a high level of accountability. And sometimes one of the greatest powers you could ever fucking use is an external accountability factor. If you're not fucking strong enough to be your internal accountability factor at the moment, then you need to fucking employ and deploy other people to do that for you. I said this a million times. Do you know a good way to do that? Tell people the shit that you want. I just had another dude at work finally sit down with me and say, you know what, bro? I'm going to work out. I'm doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday. He wants to lose a bunch of weight. And now he said, now that I've told you and I have a plan, will you do me a favor and will you hold me accountable to not get completely off track? And I said, bro, abso-fucking-lutely. It made me so happy. And I said, dude, I'll hold you accountable. I'll talk to you. I'll make sure fucking on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, I ask if you're doing the things. That's it. He didn't ask me to be his coach or anything. He just asked me as one of his fucking homies. Will you do this one thing for me? People aren't going to charge you for that. That's an easy thing. Ask people at your fucking job. Ask your friends. Ask your family. Hey man, I really need help with this thing. I want to do this thing and I keep quitting and shit. Is it cool if you guys check in on me every once in a while and maybe do a weekly check on fucking my progress and say, hey, what happened last week? Simple as that. Simple as that. That's the fucking purest form of collaboration I can ever fucking think of. Advice mixed with your own self-work. Not giving you the answers, not forcing you to do anything, but taking the input that you've given and then saying, hey man, like, you're not doing the shit that you said. I do it all the time. I tell my people, I'm like, yo, let me know if I'm slipping up. Let me know if I'm slipping up, if it seems like I'm off the fucking rails. See, when my emotional shit gets all out of control and I turn into an anger monster, I need someone to say to me, hey, bro, this isn't the you that you are, man. I saw you 2 months ago, bro. This isn't it. This isn't you. This is like fucking demonic possession. Stop being a prick. My homie that did this painting, he did that for me one day. It was like he jarred me straight out of it, bro. And it took him 6 times in a row. I just kept going, venting. And he saw the part of it that was cathartic turn into a part that was toxic. And then he put his hand on me and he said, dude, let's remember to be positive. Let's remember to be solution oriented. This is all shit that you told me. And it was like, boom, jarred me right out of it. And I was like, oh, fuck, what am I doing? So you guys get it? The message is to me as much as it is to you. The message is for everyone. That's why we say the universal laws are unbendable. They're the only things that are fucking straight up truths that apply to everyone. That's what makes them so cool. That's the purest form of unity and actual equality. Is we're bound by the same parameters and framework of mindset, of mind, body, spirit, of heart, of love. Like, we're all bound by that same framework. That's why we understand truth in general. So just understand, I'm not coming from a place of arrogance or ego. I don't have anything figured out. I'm figuring them out on the daily. It's called work. It's called a process. I'm getting myself in check to be the best person I can daily. Do I always nail it to a fucking 100%? Abso-fucking-lutely not. Some days, I hit some days where I'm like, man, if I could do that every single day with no misses of anything, no breaking character, no missing an exercise, no missing a meal, no missing a fucking mindfulness checkpoint, doing 2 meditations a day, stretching at nighttime, parenting my kid properly, having all his meals planned out, planning, being a beacon of positivity for everyone in my workplace and everyone I come in contact with. There are days where I nail that. And I'll tell you, I feel what I would call heaven on earth during those days. I feel a removal of self completely. I feel no qualms about what's going on. It's just a complete flow state where everything's in congruency with what I want and who I want to be. And it feels amazing. Again, the videos are also a message to me to make sure that I am not slipping on a constant basis. To make sure that I'm getting closer and closer to where those things happen every single day. There's still going to be unavoidable adversity that comes up. I'm cool with that. If I can get to where it's easier for me to handle it. Don't ask for an easier life. Ask to get stronger so you can handle a harder one. That's a Bruce Lee quote. So just understand, the message is to all of us. I fucking love all of you. You all got this shit. Do the things you want. Say the things you want. That makes them real. Ask people to hold you accountable. Check through my videos. I'll put my phone number in there. If you just need inspiration, you just need someone to say, hey man, like, you need to do the shit, send me a text message. I'll respond. I really will. Keep crushing it. Everyone stay on the fucking path that you want to be on. Don't let the fucking simple shit get you off track.